Hello, it's Wednesday. Welcome. It's time to get your popcorn. You know what? Today I'm not going to eat popcorn. I'm going to have some nachos. Nachos and cheese. That would be delicious right now. That would be very yummy. Anyways, I digress. We're stuck in a room, literally and figuratively today.
Oh, definitely.
We'll start off with...
Hold on. Did you pick yours because
Yes,
I picked...
Absolutely.
Okay.
You picked that movie, The Green Room, and I went, all right, I'm going to find a room movie.
No, that's fine.
And I went,
you found
Room.
one.
And we're doing the movie Room. It was nominated for, I believe it was Best Picture.
Was that one?
I believe so, yeah. So we'll start with The Green Room.
That one, I suggested it. I saw a preview for it for a long time. I saw Sir Patrick Stewart was in it. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, he's a bad guy. This could be very, very interesting. So I wanted to watch it, and
Did you like it?
I did like it.
Really? You know what it reminded me of? I felt like it was a movie shot by like a high school project.
Really?
Yeah, I just got the vibe.
Good thing or bad thing?
Not a very good thing in my eyes. I didn't really.
Okay.
The story was okay. For those of you who haven't seen it, spoiler alert. It's about like a punk rock band
that gets lost in the woods.
The
Nazi woods.
The Nazi woods, really.
Yeah.
They got booked by somebody to do a show in a secluded area, and it turned out it was a neo-Nazi club that they were at, and they witnessed a act of violence in the back. They witnessed a murder of somebody in the back, and they shouldn't have, and they ended up in this big, like, oh my god, shootout. Back, pretty much.
There was a lot more, definitely a lot more nuance to that. It wasn't just a shootout. There was a shootout, but, like, okay, the violence in it, I found they didn't show a lot in aspects, like when the dogs attacked.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't show a lot.
It wasn't very graphic.
Not in that, but like when he had his arm out the door and he pulled it back in, you could see the hand just bleh, and like cuts on his arms, and it's just like, oh my gosh. And like cutting open that belly. Yeah. And it's just like, bleh. I was like, okay.
Maybe for me, it was more the story that kind of lost me. You know, I just kind of was like, I felt like it was done before. I feel like it was just...
Oh, no, okay, this has been done numerous times, but I think, in my opinion, this had more of a sense of realism to it than all the other ones. All the other ones always tend to have this superhuman, supernatural type of vibe, and this one felt like very grounded and real. You know, yes, there may have been guns involved, but, you know, people were counting shots, watching about ammo. There wasn't like bang, 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 bang.
Unlimited ammo.
Bang, 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 bang.
Everybody in the movie just has unlimited ammo.
Yeah, exactly. No, in this one, they were like, oh, he only has 2 shots, and then bang, oh, he only has 1 shot, and it's like, son of a bitch.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was really interesting. Patrick Stewart was interesting to see in it. He didn't play as big of his role as I thought he was going to, but not a big deal. And then the thing is, if you decide to watch this movie, don't blink. A lot of things happen very, very quickly and very, very suddenly. And before you know it, you're going, what the hell's going on? And I think this is part
that's
of...
why. Maybe because I blinked too much. Maybe that's why it gave me that whole different vibe there. But to me, it was kind of one of those... I did have it on my list of things to watch.
Yeah.
So it was good to scratch it off. But it'll stay scratched off for good. Netflix will be like, hey, watch it again. I'll be like, fuck you, Netflix.
I would recommend watching it again. I will actually probably watch this one again at some point in time.
But go check it out, guys. Definitely go watch it. Let us know what you guys think. See, here we go. 2 different views on it. Oh, bam, huh? You know, like I said, it was on my list. I saw the trailer for it as well, and I saw it, and I kind of went, oh, this looks interesting. And I went, You know, I didn't get out of my... I'll give it a, That's what I give it.
I recommend it as a rental.
He gives it a,
Yeah, there we go.
The next one we watched was it was called Room.
Yep.
No,
Just Room, not The Room.
No, just Room.
Room.
So if you're searching for it, it got some mainstream attention.
It did. This was a very. It was on my list, and I knew it was going to be heavy, so it was kind of like. I kind of didn't want to get into it because you have to be in kind of a mood to watch this. If you're not in the right type of mood, this movie will be very, very draggy. Now,
yes, absolutely, you have to be. No, I agree 100%. You have to be in that right mind frame to watch something like this because it's about a woman. Now, she's kidnapped.
Yep.
And she's put into. You've heard these stories about people who kidnap people and they stick them in a room in their backyard and they have kids with them. Yeah, or in the basement and they have a kid with them or kids.
So this is one of those stories. She was kidnapped when she was 15. She been kept in this shed for 7 years. Don't worry, that's not a huge spoiler because it is actually dealt with very, very quickly. And she has a 5-year-old son. The weird thing is like when that boy showed up, definitely did not look like a boy.
No, I definitely wouldn't look like a girl. It was definitely, there was deception there of, is this a boy or is this a girl?
I kind of get it, the boy has really, really long hair, and I kind of know why, because the guy doesn't want to give any sharp objects to her so she can use them against herself or against him.
Well, she made a couple escape attempts through the movie, correct? Yes?
Yeah.
Was it just the one? Because I vividly remember the one where she got out in the truck. Was that?
That was the other escape attempt.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So that was the boy getting out.
A lot of the movie, it was about the aftermath too.
From the trailers, you would never get the impression that there was an after.
Yeah.
Now, what I was shocked by was how quickly the escape did happen. So this is literally the story of these two surviving. This is what it is, a survival story. Because once they get out, it's not the end of their story. Nowhere close is it. They have so many other things to have to deal with.
And that's what I liked about it. I think that they showed at the aftermath of it. They gave you a little bit more. Because, a lot of times movies like this, whenever you watch, not just about, like, people being kidnapped, but people trapped, even in thrillers or horror movies and stuff like that, you kind of don't see what happens. They get out, and then they're rescued, and it's like, kumbaya, everybody's happy, and then you don't know what happens.
Like in the green room. At the end, it's just the two survivors, and they sit there going...
Yeah, and they're just sitting there waiting for the police, and you're like, now what happens?
Yeah, exactly.
These guys just went through, like, major trauma.
In Room, they actually deal with the after effects of everything that happens, of the survival of the boy trying to live in a world that, like, when he's in the trunk of in the cab of the truck, and he gets out from the carpet and he looks up into the sky and he is mesmerized.
Yeah, he's flabbergasted because imagine the sensory overload that would happen.
It
would be crazy.
Stuck in a room that's probably 8 foot by 8 foot for your whole life, and then all of a sudden going outside and seeing that there is
a vast world
outside, because all he's ever had, the only access to outside he's ever had is a TV.
We've all been like when you're inside for a long time, you're inside work or something, you're doing something inside, and it's just fluorescent lights, and then you go outside into the real world, and you're like, oh my goodness, it's so bright. Or you come out of the movies, and that's only after 3 hours. Imagine that many years of just being kept and being captive and not knowing what's going on out there and nothing. You know what I mean? It's crazy. I thought it was good. I thought it was really good. I would recommend watching that one. But like Chris said, just be in a mind frame to get punched with that. Hey, here you go, bam, emotion crack.
Yeah, I was really impressed with all the acting throughout the entire thing. The child does a wonderful role of being a lost child. The mother does
what it's like being a child and having to play an act like that kind of role.
I know.
Does it fuck you up in the brain? I wonder if it does.
He was really, really good. I'm really surprised because child actors are hit and miss, really, when it comes down to it. And he was really, really good in his role. The grandparents were great. Like the step grandfather. Wow, I could not believe how generous of a soul he was, because to have this happen to him, and then just him being this rock for this kid, just amazing. And seeing this child transform, well, not necessarily transform, but like be from this energetic kid in a small little box to being this energetic kid in a really, really big box.
Well, and it gives you a good perspective on not only what it's like for the survivors themselves, but what it's like for families of these survivors. Because,
because
you know, you think your kid, your daughter is dead. Your daughter's been kidnapped. You haven't seen, and then next thing you know, it's like, here's your daughter, and
here's your grandson.
Your grandson. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
Could you imagine? Like, and it goes through it really well. It goes through it.
This is a marvelous movie. Now, my problem is this is not something I will ever watch again.
No, I probably won't watch it again. It's too heavy. Like it's too like. Bleh.
Yeah, one watch is good enough, but I would strongly recommend go watch this movie, because it was spectacularly done.
It's very heavy, very, very heavy.
But it's worth getting through if you are in the proper mindset.
Yeah.
You know, if you're happy, joy, do not be watching this movie, because
it
will not make you feel happy, joy afterwards. You'll be like,
no, shit, that just ruined my day.
Gosh, I feel so.
But ruined it in a good way.
Yeah. This was not a typical happy ending. It was a good ending, but it wasn't necessarily.
Yeah, it wasn't the everybody's singing and the sun is shining. It was just that's what kind of really happens in these situations.
You would think so.
You get thrown in front of cameras. And you're like, what the hell? And then you still have to deal with the trauma of.
The kid, talking to the step grandpa. It's like, do you really have a dog? And then he just smiles, and then he starts talking about his dog.
Yeah.
And when the dog and the kid meet for the first time, just puddles. Mm-hmm. So there you go. Two very interesting movies. Both
time to leave the room.
Yeah. We're going to step outside of this little box now, and go check them out. Yes. They're both worth watching out.
Definitely check them both
out. Watching them side by side. Weird.
My god! Don't be watching Green Room and then go watch The Room, right?
Or vice versa. Yeah. Do not. No. This is
Put them in your list of things to watch.
Put them in your list,
and then go and then watch them at separate times.
Yes.
But don't forget to. And if you do watch them, if you have checked them out, comment below on what you guys think. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button, because your phone will go bing when we upload new videos, unless you turn it off. But don't turn it off, because then you'll miss us.
Or it'll vibrate if you don't have it on sound.
That's right. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
See you tomorrow.
See ya. I'm looking forward to next week's review.